Ginger, one of the oldest products in the history of medicine, and one of the most incorrectly used today. Today I'll break down all the science of ginger, from biochemistry to exact dosages. Watch to the end. At the finale, I'll tell you about the most powerful form of ginger that almost no one uses. Subscribe to the channel. Here we break down human biology using science. And hit like if you want to see breakdowns like this regularly. There you'll find all the studies mentioned in this video. Chapter 1. What ginger really is. Most people think ginger is just a spicy seasoning for tea when you have a cold. This is a huge misconception. Ginger contains more than 400 bioactive compounds, and its effect on the body is far deeper than it seems. Ginger root contains unique phenolic compounds, gingerols, shogaols, and pyridols. They are exactly what's responsible for the spicy taste. But what's more important, they are exactly what triggers a cascade of biochemical reactions in the body. One fresh ginger root the size of a thumb contains about 5 grams of gingerol. That's roughly the therapeutic dose used in clinical studies. But here's an important point. Gingerol is unstable. When heated, it turns into shogaol, a compound 10 times more powerful. We'll talk about this in the following chapters. The real value of ginger isn't in its spiciness at all. It's in how these compounds interact with your body at the cellular level. Chapter 2. Ginger and inflammation. Ginger's main active substance is gingerol, and its effect on inflammation is comparable to non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Gingerol blocks the production of prostaglandins and leukotrienes, mediators of inflammation. It does this through the same mechanism as ibuprofen. It inhibits cyclooxygenase COX-2. But unlike synthetic drugs, ginger doesn't damage the stomach lining. A study published in the Journal of Pain showed patients with osteoarthritis of the knee joint who took ginger extract, 2 grams a day for 6 weeks, reduced their pain by 40%. The effect was comparable to taking ibuprofen, but without the side effects. But gingerol does something else important. It suppresses the activation of NF-κB, a protein that triggers a cascade of inflammatory genes. This means ginger works not only on the symptoms, it acts on the cause of inflammation at the genetic level. A study in the European Journal of Cancer Prevention showed regular consumption of ginger reduces markers of systemic inflammation by 28% over 3 months. This is critical for the prevention of chronic diseases, diabetes, atherosclerosis, and cancer. Chapter 3. Ginger and digestion. Here's where the real biochemistry begins. Ginger contains digestive enzymes, proteases that break down proteins. Gingerol stimulates the production of saliva, bile, and gastric juice. It speeds up the emptying of the stomach, the evacuation of food into the intestines. A study in the World Journal of Gastroenterology showed that ginger speeds up stomach emptying by 50%. This is critical for people with dyspepsia, a chronic feeling of heaviness after eating. But here's an important point. Ginger doesn't just improve digestion, it protects the stomach lining from damage. Gingerol suppresses the growth of Helicobacter pylori, the bacterium that causes stomach ulcers. A Japanese study showed that ginger extract suppresses the growth of H. pylori by 73% under laboratory conditions. In addition, ginger is a powerful anti-emetic. It blocks the serotonin receptors 5-HT3 in the brain, the same receptors that anti-nausea drugs act on. A study in the British Journal of Anesthesia showed ginger reduces post-operative nausea by 38%. This makes it one of the most effective natural remedies for motion sickness, pregnancy, and chemotherapy. Chapter 4. Ginger and immunity. This is the most underrated function of ginger. Gingerol has a direct antiviral and antibacterial action. A study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology showed that fresh ginger suppresses the replication of respiratory syncytial virus, one of the main causes of acute respiratory infections. The mechanism is simple. Gingerol blocks the attachment of the virus to the cells of the respiratory tract. But that's not all. Ginger activates macrophages, the first-line cells of immune defense. A study in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry showed that gingerol increases the production of cytokines, signaling molecules that coordinate the immune response. In addition, ginger has a diaphoretic effect. Shogaols, compounds that form when ginger is heated, dilate the peripheral blood vessels and stimulate sweating. This speeds up the elimination of toxins and lowers temperature naturally. And here's the critical point. Ginger works not as a stimulant, but as a modulator of immunity. It doesn't just strengthen the immune response, it balances it. A study in International Immunopharmacology showed that ginger suppresses the excessive activation of immune cells in autoimmune conditions. Chapter 5. Dried versus fresh ginger. One of the most common questions is, which is better, fresh or dried ginger? The answer depends on the goal. Fresh ginger contains more gingerol, the anti-inflammatory and anti-emetic compound. If your goal is digestion, nausea, or acute inflammation, use fresh. Dried ginger contains more shogaol, a compound that forms during dehydration. Shogaol is 10 times more heat-stable and acts more powerfully on chronic inflammation and pain. If your goal is arthritis, muscle pain, or long-term inflammation, use dried. A study in food chemistry showed that the shogaol content in dried ginger is 3 to 4 times higher than in fresh. That's exactly why in Ayurveda, dried ginger is considered warming and is used for chronic conditions, while fresh is cooling and is used for acute ones. Chapter 6. Rules of use and dosages. Now about how to use ginger properly. Ginger tea in the morning. Grate 2 to 3 centimeters of fresh root, pour in 200 milliliters of boiling water, let it steep for 10 minutes. Drink on an empty stomach 30 minutes before breakfast. This kickstarts digestion and speeds up metabolism. Ginger with food. Add fresh grated ginger to meat, fish, and heavy food. Ginger's proteases break down proteins and improve absorption. This is especially important for people with low stomach acidity. Dosage for therapy. 2 to 4 grams of fresh ginger a day. That's the therapeutic dose used in clinical studies. That's roughly a piece the size of a thumb. For dried ginger, 1 gram a day, that's half a teaspoon of powder. What to avoid? Ginger on an empty stomach with gastritis and ulcers? Absolutely not. Gingerol stimulates the production of gastric juice, which can worsen the pain. Ginger while taking anticoagulants. With caution, it thins the blood. Ginger during pregnancy in the first trimester. No more than 1 gram a day. Chapter 7. Golden milk. Here's the most powerful form of ginger that almost no one uses correctly. Golden milk, an ancient Ayurvedic recipe. Recipe: 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of ginger powder, a pinch of black pepper, 1 glass of milk, almond or coconut, 1 teaspoon of honey. Why it works. Curcumin from turmeric is poorly absorbed, but piperine from black pepper increases its bioavailability by 2,000 times. Gingerol from ginger enhances the anti-inflammatory effect of curcumin. The fat from the milk provides transport for the fat-soluble compounds. A study in phytotherapy research showed that this combination reduces markers of inflammation by 58% over 8 weeks. This is one of the most powerful, natural, anti-inflammatory protocols. Conclusion: ginger isn't just a spicy seasoning. It's a complex biochemical system of 400 compounds. Gingerol suppresses inflammation at the level of ibuprofen. Proteases improve digestion. Shogaols fight chronic pain. Antiviral properties activate immunity. And the most important thing you'll take away from this video: use ginger not occasionally, but regularly. 2 grams of fresh or 1 gram of dried every day. That's your insurance against chronic inflammation. Save this video, it's your complete guide to ginger. Subscribe to the channel and write in the comments, do you use ginger every day or only when you get sick?